Hi, my name's Charlie Turnbull. We are at Taste of Australia. It's been a fantastic couple of days on Delishops Discovers. We have seen some amazing, very innovative, very on trend, very at the forefront of food innovation producers down from Australia. And we're going to wrap here with Katie. Nice to meet you, Katie.
Hello, Charlie. Yes, I'm Katie Vanabos. Sorry, you jump in.
You're part of the organising team. I mean, the event has been organised by 3 different states in Australia: South Australia, Victoria, and Queensland. And you're part of the organising team from Victoria.
Yes, I am. That's right. So, yeah, Victorian Government Trade and Investment Office. We have an office here in London with a number of the other states of Australia. So I'm based in London, yeah, really happy to be here and joining you today, Charlie.
So what are you trying to achieve with Delishops Discovers and Taste of Australia? Why here, why now?
Great question. Well, so in the last 12 months, we've seen a huge number of Australian companies that are really interested in exporting their food and beverage to the UK. The UK has been, a really great place for the companies to come and to start exporting, not just the UK, but to access Europe as well. And, seeing the increased number of companies that are interested, we thought that there's got to be a way to do something to showcase how great these Australian products are. And with COVID, unfortunately, Australian companies can't come over here and get on a plane and showcase their products in person. But when we heard about you, Charlie, at Delishops and the opportunity to do a showcase virtually, I mean, what a great idea. Other than the time zone, there's been no reason why we can't get those producers on and showcase those amazing products to UK buyers.
Yeah, it's Australia is a natural fit. There are a lot of Brits in Australia and Australia and Brits. There's no language issues. The labeling all works very seamlessly. And of course, we've got the trade agreement that should be online very shortly. So it's the right time. And you're absolutely right. COVID has put a spanner in the works of natural travel. But I think also, if you look at the way people want to do business nowadays, we want to start it virtually before we got forced to get on planes and contribute to the environmental impact that it has. It seems like these kind of events are a natural introduction, a good meeting place.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a great opportunity for our companies. So yeah, thank you. I've been super impressed with Delishops and the way you've run the showcase over the last couple of days. And what amazing producers we've seen. I don't know who your favorite was. I probably can't say my favorite, but there's been some just wonderful companies really showcasing how wonderful Australian products are. Yeah.
I've loved it. I've always enjoyed meeting the producers. You always get the passion. These are small businesses who are really innovating, often family owned, with a real stake in their communities. So which means they've got really strong belief in making sure what they do has strong environmental, or weak environmental, no environmental impact, negative environmental. So they're really good. I probably should have a favorite, but I can pick out a few. But you go first, Katie.
Oh, look, what I've really appreciated is just seeing some really clear themes from the producers that we've had in the showcase over the last couple of days. Plant-based, healthy has been a real trend, and it's very on trend with the UK. Future Bake had some great vegan protein cookies, healthy, vegan, great. Celiacs for celiacs who can't have gluten.
Yeah,
very clever, Charlie Bennett.
Yeah, that was a bit dumb there. Celiacs. Yeah, no, we got that. But he got there in the end. We got there. Very clever marketing, that one.
Very clever. First Press, they've got plant-based milks with their cold drip coffee, like really great vegan, healthy products that are coming through from Australia. Innovation, I mean, Australia really is at the forefront of this. Elements tea had their, you get your vitamin dose from your daily tea consumption. What could be more innovative than that? I mean, fantastic solution.
And convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. Brunswick Aces.
Yeah, who really likes to take a pill? No one wants a pill, but a cup of tea, it's not all over that.
Yeah, several times a day. Thank you. And Aces with their, innovative, like non-alcoholic Sophia. Why can't we all have a great tasting cocktail? That's free, that's complex and has the same rich, characters of a gin. That's fantastic. And
I thought that was a really good example of where they were innovating in a really good way. So they had these paired, where they had the spirits that were alcoholic and a paired botanical match to a non-alcoholic spirit. So you had two equivalent drinks that they could, and that's such an, it sounds so obvious now. Somebody's going, why aren't we all doing that?
Exactly. And I mean, this is Australia. This is the innovation that we're doing in Australia. This is, us being forward thinking. And it was so great to see Brunswick Aces in their new alcohol-free bar in Melbourne. Why not? Of course, this is what we should all be doing. Such a great idea. And, so
I think that's coming to the UK. I don't think it's just their spirits. I think the idea of alcohol-free bars, there are so many communities in the UK, whether by choice or by religion or whatever, who don't want to miss out. They want their live music. They want their good times. They want their meeting place. They want their sofas, and they just don't want the booze. And just makes so much sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Another trend with family-run businesses, the Yarra Valley Dairy. What a beautiful company they are, beautiful family business. Such a passion for beautiful cheese making. That was just so lovely to see. Sustainable. That's another
thing. What I liked as well. You've got that. It's an Australian staple. You've got Yarra Valley, which is like known all over Australia, not known here. A particular type of cheese which we do not do here. Which is very good to see that. But also in the same vein, Tambourine Mountain, another Australian staple, famous on your continent, completely unknown here. Really strong history of sales, support by the local population that easily could transfer.
Yeah, absolutely. And sustainable. We saw that again and again. Charlie kept bringing that up with all these companies with, sustainability built into their whole mentality, their whole way of doing business. In Australia, we know that we've got to look after, what we have. We don't have, endless natural resources, so we do look after them. And the fishing, as you saw with our fishing, with our Yumbar and Ferguson, they're very sustainable in the way that they fish. So seeing that again and again is really wonderful. And the other thing, the Australian ingredients, these unique flavors that come through. Brunswick Aces again with their wattle seed, pepperberry, these beautiful flavors. Telka tea, again, their lemon myrtle, all these really unique products that they can create through these beautiful Australian natives. So that's really lovely. And all up, just every producer just had such a passion for what they were producing, which is lovely to see.
Yeah, and a wide variety of targets as well. So you've got someone like Tucker's who is ready to go into UK supermarkets. He's got the competence, he's got the skills, he's got the range, and he's using a really again, it's the health-based, it's the low environmental impact, the plant-based things. So it's a shoe-in, and then you've got the sort of very much more speculative ones where they're just cool products. You're sitting there going, I want that. Someone like Elements. It's pretty packaging using beautiful styling inside those. Every tea bag is like a mini herb garden. It's
Telka tea. Beautiful. Beautiful. And anywhere, gorgeous.
Yeah, fantastic. So it's really great to see. Lots of reasons. We all have to answer the question: why should we be bringing stuff across from Australia? It's a long way away. This is a time when we should be cautious about over traveling. But again and again, we saw products not available in the UK. Massive sustainability benefits by the way they're using solar power or fishing sustainably in the way that around here we haven't done so brilliantly. And again and again, as you say, the theme of innovation. These are people taking product or variations of product into a new space, and that's not available here, and they can be market leading.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So some really products.
It's just been a nice festival, a little trade festival on our screens. So, Katie, yourself, you're one of the 3 states. Victoria, tell us about Victoria. I've never been there. Is it green or is it tinted?
Well, yeah. So Victoria is a tiny little state in the southeast corner of Australia, and we have quite a temperate climate, but we're diverse. We've got the snow. We've got snow in mountains. 4-hour drive from Melbourne. We've also got desert, and of course this beautiful coastline of beach and everything in between. We have a really diverse climate, and that means we've got, you know, some real strengths in our dairy and our meat industry. We grow an incredible array of horticulture, grains, wine. We are a great producer of premium wine, and we've got an incredible manufacturing sector that produces really top quality, you know, prepared food. And because we are, believe it or not, just 3% of Australia's land mass, tiny proportion of Australia's land mass, but we produce almost 30% of Australia's food and fibre exports. So,
Wow.
you know, that in, it's pretty incredible. We're this little powerhouse, this little pocket of Australia's agricultural sector that's you know, really important for Australia. And because the land mass is quite small, relatively speaking, we've got, you know, our manufacturing is quite close to our production. So that means, you know, we've got means fresher, faster production and processing of food, which is great for quality. So yeah, Victoria's a, you know, really important part of Australia's agriculture industry, and specifically, you know, Melbourne, the capital, is just such a wonderful place for multicultural and vibrant, you know, food and cafe, the cafe culture. Yes, it's
so
like no other.
Examples of your producers you'd like to show?
Sorry, examples of our producers. Yeah, I mean, so just with you know, what you just heard from Brunswick Aces, like hearing about their amazing little non-alcoholic cafe, non-alcoholic bar that's just opened. You know, how fabulous is that? We've got you know, First Press with their coffee, who you know, really epitomises Australia's and Melbourne's cafe culture. But yeah, we've got
videos I think you'd like us to show.
We do.
Should we go for it?
Yes, sure. So yeah, we've got a little video here from Asterix Kitchen. So they're a beautiful story of a multicultural, you know, example of our state. Eunice, who was born and raised in France, you know, started his career as a participant in the Loire Valley, and has come to Australia to make a beautiful business.
That I've done for the last 23 years. When you look at our ingredient list, it's very simple. You know exactly what's in it, and if you open your fridge or pantry, most likely you have those ingredients. I'll take the example of meringue. It's very simple. It's an egg white and sugar. Those two together with a very high-powered whisk, so you get that nice, glossy, beautiful, and marbly looking meringues. Our values are simple. We want to be memorable. We want to respect tradition. I'm a French Moroccan by descent. First immigrated in Australia. First to start a business.
The big change in the business was moving out of the home kitchen, and I said, I want pallet orders, I want container orders. We've got to go to the next stage.
With the help of the Victorian government, they've really acted as a facilitator for our first export strategy.
With that first big order, I had their mobile number of the person in that country where I could just call them, and that really helped us to feel confident that this was going to work.
Victoria is like a huge fresh food marketplace. Wherever you turn, in any corners, you'll find the food you need. And if not, you'll discover things that you've never thought of before.
The diversity of food we've already got from the different waves of migration over the last 200 years. On top of that, we've got 60,000 years plus of incredible local Indigenous history of food cultivation. People are starting to acknowledge how much is there already that we can start putting into our product, like wattle seed, like pepper leaf, and it's exciting.
We can, I don't know, we sort of encapsulated quite a lot of that, the attention to detail, the large production, yet also kind of small production. Well, I think he said he was French Moroccan living in Victoria.
Yeah.
It's almost like we've moved past geography when you look at a video like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, great story.
So that's one of the little guys. I think you want us to get us some beef and lamb next.
Yeah, just one more video, and it'll make your mouth water, that's for sure.
Okay, here we go. If we can make it magically appear, my friend. There we go.
Relatable, they're unique, that's for sure. And it's a great opportunity for me to learn more about food, but they can be demanding.
Well, our relationship with our meat supplier is top-notch. He's always there when we need him. It's integral to the consistency and the quality of the product here at Miss Emily.
Well, the Victorian beef industry is backed by world-class research. We invest in state-of-the-art equipment to be able to meet our customers' needs. We have this helmet that has a microphone and a HD camera on it, and it allows us to showcase our product to our customers wherever they are in the world. In Victoria, we're very efficient and reliable cold chain systems, and that provides us with seamless links and pathways towards export. I believe the modern consumer is looking for more. They want to know more about the story behind the product these days.
As a chef, traceability is so important to me and especially my customers, being able to know exactly where our produce comes from every day. Living and working as a chef in Victoria, we're so fortunate to have an all-year-round supply of the best grass-fed beef. The beef is such an amazing product and the flavour is so plentiful. It's a real expression of the land and the region we live in.
I'm going to interrupt this. For some reason, the audio is not in sync with the video, which I'm not even sure how that can happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out and put the video back together with the video, if that makes sense.
No worries.
Rather than, but that's good. So I'm going to count us in, and then we will, as if we've just watched it, if that makes sense. And then we need to wrap up. We've done, yeah, okay. So 5, 4. That was amazing, Katie. You can really see, that sort of lushness. I mean, we're so stupid in this country. We think Australia, it's a big hot place. You know, it's like Ayers Rock, that's it. And you go down there and you see the cows, the beef, and
luscious rolling hills.
It is.
Yeah.
There was a bit where the guy said, what do you say, that people care about the story. And I think that that's a two-pronged thing. It's not just about the story in the sense of the inspiration and feeling that you're connected to where it's come from. There's the assurance that that story tells you that it's had good hygiene standards, that it's had good environmental friendly impact.
Yeah, and happy cows. We love happy cows in Australia. And happy cheese and happy meat and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's
yeah, the smiling continent. Well, it's been great to talk to you, Katie. Thank you so much. It's great to meet your producers, your country, and also your state. And let's hope that we get some really good interest out of this, so that people can see frankly, it's the innovation coming out of you right now.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Charlie. And just a shout out to anyone that's watching this and has watched our Australian producers and wants more. There's plenty more where they came from, and we'd love to share with you some more of the high quality, wholesome, innovative, sustainable products that we have in Australia. So myself, I'm here in London in an office representing Victoria, but we've also got our other states as our colleagues as well. So please get in touch through the Delishops platform or elsewhere, and we'd love to speak more. So yeah, thanks, Charlie, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Katie.